Microphones and Monsters is a Creative Typo production. Special thanks to Mead and Patrick T. Arsenault, our executive producer level supporters from Patreon.
Imagine a place where ancient secrets and unnatural horrors lie dormant. A place where the veil between worlds is thin, and the creatures of the night roam free. On Microphones and Monsters, a ragtag crew of travelers sets sail for one such destination. But beware, dear listener, for the horrors of Farzeen are not for the faint of heart.
Y'all were going to split up. Y'all were splitting up before calling it a day, right?
I think our main goal was finding the High Priestess. And then alternative goal is to find the other shrine.
We were going to go to the Priests of Light.
Yeah, the priests of the priests of the Goddess of Light.
Oh, Kaza.
Oh, Kaza. Oh, Kaza.
Stoic and grand.
Stoic and grand.
Guardian of the land.
Guardian of the land.
All right, Lucius and Rufus, what are you doing?
So there should be like an actual temple for the Priests of the Goddess of Light, right?
There isn't. Like, you don't see any around town. Yeah.
Interesting.
Something that you notice walking around town, and if you were to ask anybody, like everybody talks about both religions in town, but most people are worshippers of the Goddess of Light. Yeah, so most folks venerate the Goddess of Light, and they have monuments all over town. You see in houses, like either in their doorway or in their windows, whatever opening in their house that they have towards the statue, they have a little statue,
Like a little figurine.
Yeah.
Of the goddess. Mm-hmm. Magic glowy ball.
And they're all pointing toward the statue?
Yeah.
Interesting. Like if we go out to the statue, is anybody like near the statue? Like maybe it looks like, they're there specifically for the statue kind of thing. Like they're not just like wandering around. They're like maybe kneeling or something like that near the statue.
Yeah, leaving stuff there, like leaving stuff at the base of the statue and stuff like that. So something that you learn, like as you're doing all this, the worship of the goddess is simple, requiring merely a personal shrine with incense and periodic offerings. And many houses in Farzeen have a small window or portal aimed directly at the glowing statue, so her light always shines on the household shrine.
Okay. Well, I will try and get the attention of someone that maybe came by and just dropped off an offering. Maybe they're like just leaving, so as to not interrupt that process.
There's one over there, Lucius. That person's putting something down.
Well, thank you, Rufus. Excuse me. I see that you have placed an offering here at the statue.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I am a traveling cleric, and I have an interest in various religions, and I was wondering if maybe you or if you might know someone that could maybe sit down and discuss your religion here with me.
Oh, yeah, I'd be happy to share with you.
Oh, yes, good then. Well, just out of curiosity, it seems like there's no proper temple or anything. It's just this statue that everyone worships or comes to worship.
How does a glowy ball stay up like that?
Yes, that is a good question, Rufus. I'll definitely get to that.
Now you look like a crazy old man.
You know?
I'm a cat with a little leather armor and a backpack on. Like, obviously, I'm his companion talking to him. Meow, meow, meow.
Well, there's really no need for a temple. I mean, the island itself is a temple because the goddess shines her light over the whole island.
I see. Very interesting. That's definitely very sound reasoning. Do you maybe have a more formal structure? Like, is there a set of priests and priestesses? Is there someone that perhaps leads you?
Yeah. I mean, there are priests and the elder priests, but they're scattered around. They look just like you and me. Like, they're not really. I mean, everybody's kind of drawn to the goddess just because of the prosperity that she brings the island and like helping sailors arrive here safely. Unfortunately, there was the storm last night and those happened. So, but most of the time people are safe.
You know, that's very interesting. Where I'm from, it's a little more common for there to be a formal structure, maybe even perhaps a specific building that people will be in for the most part to carry out functions of the religion, which for a remote island, it seems interesting that the two religions here seem to be similar in that they don't really have any formal structure. It's a lot more just everybody participates as they see fit.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the biggest draw here. It's what drew me in. It's so simple and it doesn't exclude you from also worshiping other gods. Like it's convenient, actually.
So there's no animosity between the priests of the goddess of light and the priests of God?
No, I've never heard of anything like that. And I mean, any altercations that have ever happened on the island are taken care of by the watch. They keep the peace and everything, but I mean, I don't recall there ever being any altercation between religions here. I mean, everybody's pretty open and accepting of each other.
Are there any who perhaps worship both the goddess of light and the mountain?
I mean, I don't see why not. I personally don't know anybody that does, but I honestly don't see why not.
Interesting.
It's not against anything.
Well, my companion brought up a question earlier that I don't know if you maybe know, but it is interesting how the orb here is floating like that. Do you know, is that supposed to be a manifestation of the goddess's power, or is there anything you can tell me about that?
Yeah, how does it float up like that?
It's kind of one of those weird things, like, you know, just within the confines of like D&D and that kind of world, because it's like there are other religions, but like there are like several gods that are confirmed to exist. Like, it's not even just well, we believe this thing. It's like, no. These gods exist. They are real and they do things. Like,
yep. Pick your poison. Best of luck to you if you pick the wrong one on the wrong day.
I'm trying to see if there's actually something about that, and would she know it?
Yeah, that's kind of the other question to it.
I'm just thinking, what would a cat focus on? Oh, it's floating? How's it doing that? That's cool. I want to hit it with my paw.
The giant balls are bad at.
And even though Lucius doesn't necessarily think that it's going to be helpful, like, he still wants to, like, acknowledge Rufus's question and like give it some merit.
Rufus is trying to contribute to the question. Rufus isn't a cleric. Rufus is a street urchin. Rufus's religion was, "Am I going to eat today?"
I mean, the goddess is puts her power into that orb, and I mean it shines. Like, it could be foggy, like just a dense foggy night, and the light still shines through. That's why it's a beacon of the island and has saved sailors in the past.
That is very interesting.
Like, no matter what there's light.
So you would say that the priests of Got seem to be fairly normal. Like they just are normal everyday people like you or me that just simply worship God instead of the goddess of light.
Hold on, repeat your question. I'm sorry.
In short, like I'm trying to ask if, like I'm trying to kind of poke at it to see if like there's any kind of like preconceived notion about like the priests of God, like, oh, you know, those people, like, you know, like,
They have
like
pamphlets.
They're pamphlets.
It's like, oh, well, the people who worship God are like usually this kind of person or something kind of deal like that.
Oh, well, we.
They're usually evil.
I can't really.
They're usually evil. They're always up to some kind of a plan. Like, I know that they keep hoarding some kind of a stone for some evil, like, end of the world kind of thing, but I don't really pay much attention to that, so.
I mean, have you seen the orb? It glows and it's pretty.
It's soothing, really.
Well, they believe that the prosperity and the fact that the volcano hasn't erupted and killed everybody is that Kaza is the reason for that, while we believe that the goddess of light is the reason for the prosperity and keeping us safe and everything here. More people do believe in the goddess of light and worship the goddess of light. So I know more people that worship the goddess over the mountain. I've never had any negative interactions with a follower of God.
Well, this has been most illuminating. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate your help.
Yes, and my companion would like to thank you as well.
Oh, can I pet your cat? What's his name? You said his name was Rufus. Did you say his
Yes,
Rufus earlier?
Yes, his name is Rufus, and
Yeah, that's fine.
Rufus. Okay, yes. Rufus says you can pet him.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's one of those cats that talk.
Yes,
Yeah, I can talk. Pat me on the head, though.
He says to pet him on the head.
Don't you dare touch my belly.
She pets his head.
Well, I mean, otherwise she's petting leather armor.
which would be a little awkward, admittedly.
No, she was going for the head anyways because of the armor and backpack.
Rufus purrs just a little bit, not too much. Just like a couple little short purrs. Like, oh, that's nice. Thank you for scratching my head. Hey, everyone, just a quick heads up. We'll be back after a short ad break. But in the meantime, did you know you can get more Microphones and Monsters awesomeness at patreon.com/creativetypo? Ad-free episodes, bonus content, and even uncut behind-the-scenes sessions are just a click away. And hey, stick around after the episode to discover another fantastic Creative Typo show you'll love.
So over the course, so things that y'all would have heard, both parties that split up through talking to people, because neither of y'all really got any information from the direction y'all wanted to go. But
The volcano explodes.
so something that you
I told you it
learned
was evil.
is that Farzeen is so clean because I mean it is pristine. Like cleanliness, like there's no trash in the street. There's
one spot that we.
Well, there is the throw up. But Izzy, you would have noticed that somebody collected it and dumped it in the privy.
Collect janitors.
Put it in their bucket.
Because Farzeen is so clean because of the lava tubes that go throughout the island.
What is a lava tube?
They're everywhere, and folks use them for just about everything from storage to privies. Not at the same time, mind you. Somebody would have mentioned that.
One would hope.
Wow.
Somebody else
respite.
says that the tubes beneath the town can take you anywhere so long as you don't get lost. And
you hope that somebody's not using it as a privy right now.
Right? The other end's not occupied.
because it's used as a sewer, it's used for storage.
Are they just Mario work pipes?
my.
And
And that's
you just
why
don't dump ass on Petey Piranha and he bites you.
There are privies just randomly throughout the town. Like, there doesn't seem to make any sense other than, like, that's just where a hole is. All right, so I'm going to give you 3 more rumors.
3 rumors. Ooh.
I love rumors, juicy gossip.
All right. Spill that tea.
Somebody's like, the old lighthouse keeper comes to Kava's Respite for a drink every morning without fail. Like, they're just telling you it from, like, people are just,
It's
this
like,
person's been
the
drinking
old
for a
lighthouse
while.
keeper.
Yeah.
Wait, lighthouse? What lighthouse? They've got a giant glowing orb goddess. Why do they need a lighthouse? I'm genuinely confused. Don't pass this by. What is there? Why is there a lighthouse on this island?
There is a lighthouse, yeah.
Well, it's old.
What-
It was
is that
before
guy just
it was
It
unemployed?
before
is
the
old. It is old.
Is the statue newer than the lighthouse?
Well, okay, so the lighthouse is out further on its own little island.
It's on the other side of the mountain.
Yeah. Actually, it's in front of the town, like in front of the dock, like in an island out further.
That's why we
Yeah, you
crashed.
don't know the
Couldn't find
reason
it.
for it. I mean, when the island has its own lighthouse. But
He drinks
So
every
you
day
do-
because he knows his job's totally useless now.
He has no purpose anymore.
you hear mothers frightening their children with tales that Zoogs are coming to get them in the night. And they're setting traps in the forest, but you ask about it, but no one's seen a Zoog on the island in centuries, if they've ever been here at all.
Hey, that's like slander,
Hey,
Get out of here.
back to your show, sir.
What are you doing on my show?
All right, one more. I rolled a 20.
All right.
Who are these people?
So somebody says, make sure you don't go over to Kava's Respite. That Zachariah over there is actually a demon in disguise.
Oh.
Demons in disguise.
I talked to him too, right?
Zachariah!
Yeah, you did talk to him.
Yeah. And he was like,
And
he
he
was,
was-
a little flashy with his words.
But your your passive insight would tell you that that might just be a a false rumor. You don't know, but yeah, you also don't know who that is, except for Xerothin.
I do.
But Xerothin
Putting
He
doesn't.
was he wasn't a tiefling, was he?
He
He was a satyr.
Satyr.
Yeah.
yeah, he
I
was,
was
a
going to say, if
satyr.
he was a
No, he
tiefling,
had
that's not a very good
horns and goat
disguise.
legs.
Right.
He wasn't a
Yeah.
satyr.
Oh.
He had
Oh,
horns
yes,
and
I'm
goat legs.
totally not a demon. I'm actually a demon person. Yeah.
It's different.
I'm only part
Listen, I'm only
demon.
part demon, okay?
My mother's father's side.
But that's pretty much everything that you kind of just pick up around town as you're trying to find priestess and priest,
Fruitlessly.
and not really finding anybody. You definitely don't find the priestess. Oh my God, why do I keep forgetting names?
Lunchjada.
Lunchjada.
Or
Yeah.
chata.
Horchata, yeah.
You definitely don't find
Priestess
her
or
and,
chata.
and nobody that stands out as a priest other than the same attire kind of deal. Maybe some slight differences, but nothing stands out as a high priest or high priestess.
Next time on Microphones and Monsters.
Is this another memory from my past? What was that hand? Lucius, do you think if we gave the priests the Wicklemite, would it only be a danger to Farzeen, or would it be a danger to the whole world?
I don't really know, but with this much Wicklemite, I'm not sure what it might be capable of.
What would you do if I told you that the world is not what it seems? You're telling me that potato salad is the key to other worlds? Ha! It's not even the best side dish.
And people are not who they appear to be.
I don't know that we can trust Master Goucher.
Well, I know for damn sure we can't trust Charles Edward Cheese.
My name's not Mike. Where puns run rampant through the streets.
The Global Adventurers Guild Master Enterprises will not stand for this.
Well, it's gag me for sure, so I'm pretty sure they take everything on their knees, don't they?
And it's hard to tell who the real monsters are.
Well, yeah, it's a mimic. But I'm Francis the Lion.
3 heroes.
You have my sword.
You have my kazoo.
Oh god, my hip.
Face off against 3 villains.
Never again will they enslave me.
We'll make damn sure of that.
I'm Francis the Lion.
We know.
To keep the world of Euphrae from ripping apart.
This damn portal won't close.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
And Tim and Terry from getting even more screwed.
They're totally werewolves.
Yep, they're definitely werewolves.
Holy shit, those guys are werewolves.
Welcome to A Fool's Quest. A Fool's Quest can be found on all major podcasting platforms simply by searching A Fool's Quest.